It's beautiful.
Thanks. I'll show you my other colors.
This actually fits down here.
Oh, that looks like it would fit better. And then we just sew them on in order, like A, B, C, or however it says in the book.
There's a whole order as to how you put them together.
And the instructions will tell us.
Yes. Okay. So how you put them together is really strange. Okay. This
We got over here.
is the section.
Oh, that's the section.
This is the section.
Oh. This is the section.
So it looks totally strange. So you're going to sew this to this, this to this whole section to that whole section, and this whole section to this.
Okay.
Okay? Now, before you do that, you got to put in these little guys over here.
What are those?
So those are your JK and your LM, so the ones we haven't finished making.
Before we do those?
Yes, so you got to put them here, and the other one goes here, and there's a little one of these that goes over here.
And you do that before you sew the other things together?
Yes.
And sew it on
So
top?
if you look at the back of the booklet 6 layout, it will show you how to put them in order.
Okay.
So it's a little bit different than you assume it's going to be. So you're going to have sewn together D and E.
Okay.
Okay. And you're going to have sewn together G and H.
Okay.
As units. Okay. So then you're going to sew, and I can't remember if this is J and K or L and M. One's here and the other one's over here.
Okay.
They get sewn on to each of these. Then this one to here. Then this whole section to this whole section. And the whole thing down here.
Okay.
So it's a little different than you assume. The best thing I can tell you is to lay the whole thing out. And remember that you're never going to be adding a seam that you don't sew the whole seam. So you're never going to try to, you're always going to have a full curve to finish like that.
Okay.
You're never going to have something that attaches like that.
Okay.
Or attaches in a weird place. It's always going to be a really long seam. And if it's not, for whatever reason, there's something wrong.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks.
So the best thing to do is go ahead and sew all of these together first. D and E. Okay? And then add this guy.
Okay.
Okay?
And then the
When you
dark
first
blue
sew them, they're going to look totally weird.
Yeah.
Then sew all of these dark ones together. So this is going to be G and H.
Okay.
Okay? Once you have all of those together, then add their appropriate vines out here.
Okay.
So the vine will be here, and then that sawtooth border unit will be up above it. So if you look here at the picture, right, you're going to make this unit here, right, which is made up of this unit with this piece unit with that piece of JKLM, right? And then this unit is this unit here, and it's going to have its little section of JKLM, okay? All of that then gets the 2 units, because these are the 2 different sawtooth order units. So you're going to sew them together, and then sew that whole thing onto here, and all of this onto that center that you've already made.
Okay.
Okay? So it should look just like that. And when that is done, you will essentially have 1/8 of the center complete. You will basically have that section together,
Okay.
which is a really odd.
Yeah.
It's just an odd.
I can
it's
see how it
different.
makes sense with one big curve, though.
Correct, but it's all one big curve. So when you go to sew this all together, you're going to come in down this big S curve.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
An S curve. Okay.
So, and then there's a piece of applique that sits on top of all those intersections.
And when should you do the applique?
So you have to do this applique after you have the center together.
Okay.
However, this basket applique, I like to actually do the applique on the segment and then insert it onto the basket, because then I can bury all the little tails of this part right here in that seam.
Okay.
And I don't have to turn that edge. That edge is really hard to turn and get it really precise and pretty. But if I can bury it in the seam is how I want to do it.
Okay.
But this applique, you have to put down on top, basically. It's the way it's structured.
Okay.
So you don't sew any of it in, it just kind of ends at that point.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, thanks.